Hello, my name's Simon Jacobs. This is episode 128 of Adventures in Pop, and I've been away and now I'm back. So we have got one thing on our agenda to talk about today, and that is a new single from Goldhawk Foxes, but really it's just a cover for a new album from Goldhawk Foxes. So I'd like you to, fill a glass, be upstanding, and let's toast the debut album from Goldhawk Foxes, and it's called We Are Goldhawk Foxes. But I will just concentrate on the one track that you will not have heard so far because it's only been released today, and that's called Closer Together. So first of all, I should just say, because I forget so often, if you are enjoying this series, Adventures in Pop, as much as I am making them, then I just think it would be a very good idea, if I may be so bold, to ask you to subscribe and follow and press the bells and all that kind of stuff. But let's get straight on to it, because it is an exciting day, that the 15th of September being the release date of the debut Goldhawk Foxes album. Whoever thought we'd ever get as far as releasing an album with 12 songs on it? That's in itself quite an achievement, irrespective of whether they're actually any good or not. And as I say, there is one track that you won't have heard. It's called Close Together, and we're going to take a little look at that, and I will leave you with that song in full at the end of this video for you to wrap your ears around it and, well, just appreciate its all-round total loveliness. Now, first of all, I should just say, for those people who are a little bit new to this, well, first of all, see me. But more importantly, Goldhawk Foxes is a collaborative project between myself and CJ. I will probably ask him to talk a little bit more about the album and the making of the album in his own words on another occasion. So, everything I'm saying about Goldhawk Foxes, is probably worth framing it by just kind of saying I'm half of the Goldhawk Foxes and the other half is CJ. And I think our roles have slightly changed over the time we've been doing this. And certainly, CJ's kind of input has grown and grown and grown, and all for the better. So that is a good thing. Now, this track, Close Together, had been written at a fairly early stage, and to be honest, it had been written and sort of just abandoned. I don't quite know why, because when we came back to it, I think we both just thought this is, worthy of a bit of a resuscitation. We gave it a little bit of mouth to mouth, so to speak, and got it up off the floor and kind of made it groove. And it is a good track, and I think you're going to find it as track 3 on the debut Goldhawk Foxes album called We Are Goldhawk Foxes. So Close Together, I'm not quite sure exactly what it's about, and CJ needs to take some responsibility for the words because he wrote most of them. And I tended to just kind of help him a bit when he got stuck or suggest different rhyming patterns and that kind of thing, rather than get into the kind of the spirit of what the song itself is about. So in talking about the song, I won't try and second guess, the theme of the thing, and you just have to listen and make of it whatever you will, and you will make of it. What I will draw your attention to, though, a couple of kind of musical things in the making of this song. One is, and I think we had a bit of a disagreement about this, because basically we put together a rhythm track, and this rhythm track starts at the beginning and kind of just goes on and on to the end. And I think I was kind of suggesting that maybe that wasn't such a brilliant idea. Maybe the rhythm track could build up a little bit. But I was overruled, and I don't really regret that at all, because it is quite an interesting rhythm bed, if you like, that the whole thing sits on. And once again, with Goldhawk Foxes, there's not an awful lot going on in the arrangement. There is a lot going on in the vocals, but it's reasonably sparse, certainly when you compare it to the majority of my songs, where sometimes I don't know, what's enough of a good thing, etc. So it's got less going on, and maybe it's all the more dynamic for that. So I'm talking about the rhythm section first. So we pulled together a selection of different tracks that kind of made up the rhythm, and I'm going to play you what that sounds like now, because it's kind of interesting. And as I say, it starts at the beginning of the track and it just goes for it. So have a listen. Okay, I've just highlighted the rhythm track only, and from the start of the song it sounds something like this. Quite good fun, isn't it? The other thing that's interesting about the song is I suppose it's about 2/3 of the way through the track, when we're just at the point where we're beginning to repeat some of the tunes from earlier on in the song. This came quite late in the arrangement. We knew that we wanted to put something in just to kind of give it a lift, and we weren't quite sure what. I think I tried some guitar stuff and it didn't work, and I just took it all out again and chucked it in the bin. So what I did find is a kind of big chiming sort of keyboard thing, which is a bit like it has a sort of keyboard housey feel from back in the day, and it starts, as I say, it starts about 2/3 of the way through the song, and it's really surprising, I think. So every time I hear it, I think, oh goodness, that thing comes in, and it just changes the overall kind of feel of the song. And let me play you just as it comes in, and then this kind of big piano thing bangs away, and then for the last third of the song, and I really like it. I think it does add something to it which is almost incongruous, but it kind of works. So here's the piano thing of which I am speaking. Okay, so here is the big kind of housey piano that comes in, as I say, about 2/3 of the way through. I'm going to play it on its own first, and then let you hear it in context very quickly. So here it comes, sounding a bit like, just turn up a little bit, sounding a bit like this. Okay, and if we put that into, let's have a little run in, we'll give that a bit of context, just so you can hear it better. Take off all the S's, the solos, and here we go. And here it comes. And that's about it. I think I'd love to just leave you with this track, Close Together, the 12th Goldhawk Foxes song, which then, brings together, wraps up the debut album, We Are Goldhawk Foxes. And I certainly think it's worth, if you've got a little bit of time this weekend, I invite you to spend an hour in the company of Goldhawk Foxes. We'd be very, very pleased to have you. And have a listen to the whole album, top to bottom. We've spent a little bit of time kind of working out what the track order should be and stuff like that. And I know that people don't really listen to whole albums anymore, but I think you should probably make an exception for this. It's good from top to bottom, and I can't take all the credit. I can take half the credit, except for one song, the final song, Bad at Love, which you might have heard before, has been released as a single, was written by neither myself nor CJ, but actually by CJ's brother, and we applaud him and thank him for that. Bad at Love belongs to Mackenzie. So I will leave you with Close Together, and as I say, go take a listen to the album. I'll be back very soon, and we'll probably talk a little bit more about the album, unpack it a little bit more for those of you who haven't sort of been here through all of the songs as they came out over the last couple of years. But as I said at the very beginning, it's a very exciting day. a landmark in the life of Goldhawk Foxes. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next week. Take it easy. Bye.
Round and round the wheels turn, circling the square, trying to relearn where I'm meant to be. When one wins, one loses, someone's gonna hurt who chooses. And how can that be me? I hope this life brings us closer together. 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 From wherever you are, we'll never be too far. You shine just like a star, picked up by my radar. I hear you loud and clear, just like you are right here. And knowing you are near, there ain't nothing I fear. Let me speak my mind and make my own mistakes, 'cause I'm working through shit, and then connect me. Say the things I need to hear you say. I wish my heart could stay light like a feather. I wish my heart could stay light like a feather. I hope this life brings us closer together. I wish my heart could stay light like a feather. From wherever you are, we'll never be too far. You shine just like a star, picked up by my radar. I hear you loud and clear, just like you are right here. And knowing you are near, there ain't nothing I fear. Round and round the world goes, sometimes on a high, then you hit lows. Will you stand by me? Will you keep your lights on for me until the night's gone, so that I can see all that I've seen, all that I've learned? Can't win no more, so just let it burn, because it's my pride that takes me away from what I feel and what I say. I wish that we in life could be closer together through some kind of tether. I wish my heart would be light as a feather, 'cause not only good memories last forever. So now I talk a little more, no quick to walk straight out the door before my ego gets in the way. I can hear what you say from wherever you are.